Okay, so we were discussing question number 41 in our last class and we have discussed it till here. Okay, in that question we need to determine the first term, the sum of two terms, the second term, then third term, 10th term and nth term. So we have discussed it up to here. We have determined the value of 10th term, that is T10 is minus 15. Now our task is to determine Tn, okay, that is the nth term. Now for determining the nth term we are going to use the same procedure that we have used for determination of 10th term. How we have determined the 10th term? 10th term is equal to sum of 10 terms minus sum of 9 terms, because sum of 10 terms S10 will represent sum of T1, T2, T3 up to T10. Then sum of 9 terms will represent T1, T2, T3 up to T9. So if I subtract S10 and S9, okay, I will get S10 minus S9, that is all these terms minus these terms. You will find that terms from T1 to T9 will get subtracted and we will be left with only T10. So T10 is equals to this, that is minus 15. So what we have seen is that T10 is sum of 10 terms minus sum of 9 terms, okay, that is 1 less than 10. So to calculate Tn, the value of Tn can be calculated, sum of n terms will be equal to sum of, the nth term will be equal to sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1 terms. This will be the approach that we will going to use, sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1 terms. Okay, what is sum of n terms? Sn, sum of n terms will represent sum from T1 plus T2 plus T3 up to Tn, and sum of n minus 1 terms will represent what we can write it as sum of Tn minus 1 and plus, like this. This is the sum of n terms, T1, T2, T3 up to Tn minus 1, then Tn. Okay, so these are n terms. And what is the sum of n minus 1 terms? It will be T1 plus T2 plus T3 plus up to only Tn minus 1. Okay, so if I subtract these two values I will be left with Tn only. So let us calculate the value of Sn. Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. This is what we know. Just substitute n in place of n. In the identity, that sum of n terms is 4n minus n square. Okay. Now, similarly, what is Sn minus 1? In place of n, I will substitute n minus 1. So it will become 4 times n minus 1 minus n minus 1 whole square. Okay. So using these two conditions I can determine the value of Tn. The value of Tn will be Sn, that is 4 times n minus 1 minus n minus 1 whole square minus, sorry, this is S minus 1, I have written it wrong. The value of Tn will be equals to Sn minus 1. Sn is 4n minus n square and minus Sn minus 1, that is 4 times n minus 1 minus n minus 1 whole square. Okay. So let us solve this. This will give you 4n minus n square minus 4n plus 4, then minus n square, okay, this minus and this, so this will become plus. So plus n square and minus 2n and plus 1. So you will find that this n square and n square will get cancelled, this 4n and 4n will get cancelled, and you will be left with, this will be 4 plus 1, so this is 5 and this is minus 2n. So 5 minus 2n. This is the nth term of this arithmetic progression. Okay. So it's just a calculation based, a basic observation that you need to have is that sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1 terms, okay, sum of previous 1 term till here. So what we have seen is 10th term is calculated by adding 10 terms and then subtracting the first 9 terms, and you will get the 10th term. This is the basic concept. Even if I want to determine the 100th term of this AP, what I can do, I can simply sum 100 terms and subtract the sum of 99 terms from that sum of 100 terms, and I will be left with only 100th term. So this is a basic methodology, it's a logic that you can use to solve such kind of questions, okay. So this question is again very important question. Let us mark it a star, because this kind of question may come in your exam. So this is the solution for question number 41. Now let us discuss question number 42. Question number 42 says a contract on construction job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date as follows: rupees 200 for the first day, rupees 250 for the second day, rupees 300 for the third day, etc. The penalty of each succeeding day being 50 rupees more than for the preceding day, how much money the contractor has to pay as penalty if he has delayed the work for 30 days. Okay, so just try to read this question once more and try to grasp what it wants to say. It says that a contract on construction job, because when you have a construction job, when you do some job, you will have a contract between the employee and the employer, okay. So you will find that for that construction job, what it says, the job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date. So what happens, the contractor used to take the work, and the contract says that within a specified limit of time you need to complete the work. If you do not complete, you will have to face some penalty. This is what happens when you deposit the school fee. If you are late, then you will be charged, you will be fined for some amount, and that fine will increase every day if you do not deposit your fees, okay. So same kind of situation is given in this question also. It says if the contractor has taken the work and if he delays the work after a certain date, he will start delaying the work if the work is not completed. So for delaying the work, he will be charged rupees 200 for the first day. It means whatever the fees the contractor will get, okay, whatever the fees contractor will get, from that 200 rupees will be subtracted as a penalty, okay. For example, if the contractor is getting, let us say, 5,000 rupees in total for doing some work, what will happen if he delay work for one day? He will be charged rupees 200, and when he will be paid the fees, his fees was 5,000 rupees, but 200 rupees will be deducted as a penalty. So what it says, after second day, okay, for the second day, if the second day is also not, work is completed on the second day, he will be charged rupees 250, okay, and for the third day he will be charged rupees 300, and so on. So what it says, question number 42, what it says is that every succeeding day, the penalty for each succeeding day being 50 rupees more than the previous day. Okay, so if the construction is delayed for one day, that is, let us say if the 1st of January was the last day for the construction and the contractor stretches the work till 2nd of January, and if he completes the work on 2nd of January, he will be charged rupees 200, he will be fined, he need to pay a penalty of rupees 200 because he delayed the work for one day. If even on the 2nd of January the work is not completed, and if he took 3rd January also, then for the 3rd January, that is the second day, for the second day work, he need to pay rupees 250 as a penalty. So in all, what we can see, if he delays the work for 2 days, he need to pay 200 rupees for the first day and 250 rupees for the second day, that is 450 rupees total for the delay, for delaying the work, okay. For the third day, if he delays the work for the third day, he need to pay rupees 300 extra, again the penalty. So for 3 days, the penalty will become 200 plus 250 plus 300. Okay, that is 750 rupees extra. So what it says is, it is very clear from the question that the penalty for each succeeding day will be increased by rupees 50 only. Okay, rupees 50 only, and the penalty for first day is rupees 200. So what I can conclude is, there is a pattern in penalty. In the penalty, in the way of charging the penalty, there is a pattern. Which kind of pattern? It's a pattern of arithmetic progression. That is, the penalty will be first day as 200 rupees, and every succeeding day it will increase by 50 rupees. So I can see that as the number of days increase, this series will increase, the penalty will increase, and it will follow arithmetic progression. So I will say the first term of this arithmetic progression is 200, and the common difference for this arithmetic progression is 50, because every time 50 rupees is increased in penalty. Now what question ask is that how much money, how much penalty need the contractor has to pay if we delayed the work for 30 days. So if this penalty continues for 30 days, how much will be the total amount of the penalty that he need to pay? So what it is asking is, we need to determine sum of penalty for 30 days. Now sum of penalty for 30 days, each day is each term of this AP. One day means one term, 2 day means second term, third day means third term of this AP, and similarly if I go for the 30th day, there will be some amount, and this will be the 30th term of this AP. So this determination of penalty for 30 days simply implies determine sum of first 30 terms of AP. Okay, so sum of penalty for 30 days simply implies determine sum of first 30 days, sum of first 30 terms of the given AP. So the sum of first 30 terms will be represented by S30, and S30 will be 30 by 2 to the bracket 2 times of A, that is 200, plus n minus 1, that is 30 minus 1, into D is 50. Okay, this is D. So you will have 30 by 2 is 15 to the bracket 400 plus 29 into 50. So just by solving this, you will get the final amount, the value of S30, which is the total amount of penalty that the contractor has to pay. Okay, so this is the solution for 42nd question. We have completed question number 42. This is your calculation part that you need to do yourself. I do not know what exactly is the answer for this question. You need to determine the answer. Okay, so we have completed 42. First note this, then we will continue. Okay, now let us discuss question number 43. Question number 43 says, a sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is 20 rupees less than the preceding prize, find the value of each of the prizes. Okay, so it says that the school authority has 700 rupees and they need to distribute 700 rupees to 7 different students as a cash prize. Okay, 7 different prizes they need to distribute, but there is a condition to distribute such 700 rupees to 7 students, and that condition is each prize is 20 rupees less than its preceding price. That is, if the first student, the first cash prize is, let us say, X rupees, the second cash prize should be 20 rupees less than the first cash prize. Okay, so if second cash prize is X minus 20, then third cash prize should be less than 20 less than the second cash prize, and so on. So what it's trying to say is question number 43, what it tried to saying is that there are 7 cash prizes, first, second, third, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Okay, so these 7 cash prizes, what I can assume is, let us say the cash amount given to the first prize, given for the first prize is, let us say rupees X. Okay, then amount for the second prize, it will be X minus 20. Then amount for the third prize will be X minus 40. Amount for the fourth prize is X minus 60. Then it will be X minus 80. Then it will be X minus 100. And then it will be X minus 120. This is what we can get. So what does this specify? This specify that these are the amounts that we need to distribute for 7 cash prizes. Now, but the condition is total amount that school authority has is 700 rupees only. We have the total amount as amount equals to 700 rupees. So it means the sum of all these prizes should be equal to 700 rupees. It cannot be less than or more than equal to more than 700 rupees. That should be equal to 700 rupees. So what I can write is amount for the first prize plus amount for the second prize plus amount for the third prize plus amount for the fourth prize plus amount for the fifth prize plus amount for the sixth prize and plus amount for the seventh prize. This total should be 700. Okay, this total should be 700. So what we will going to do? We will solve this. This is x, 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 x and one more x. So total 7x. Then minus 20 minus 40 is minus 60. Minus 60 minus 60 is minus 120. Then minus 80. Minus 120 minus 80 will give you minus 200. Then minus 100 is minus 300. Then minus 300. And then this is minus 120. So minus 300 minus 120 is minus 420. So what you will going to have is 7x is equals to 700 plus 420. So this will give you x is equals to, this will be 160, that is 160. So you will get the value of x as 160, and from this you can calculate all the prices. This will be 160, this will be 160 minus 20, this will be 160 minus 40, then this will be 160 minus 60 and so on. So in this way you can calculate all the 7 prices. You can see this is not much related to the arithmetic progression. It is just a simple application of basic concept of arithmetic progression. That is the common difference. You can see the difference between two consecutive prices is rupees 20. Now, one more important thing is, what I have done is, I have taken the first prize as rupees x and then I have subtracted each subsequent price as 20 rupees less than the preceding one. Okay. So, I have got this kind of equation, and here I need to add all these values, minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, minus 80, minus 100, minus 120, and then a calculation. So, to reduce our calculation, to make this question simpler, what we can do is, we can assume the mid price. The mid price is fourth one, mid value. How I have calculated the mid value? It's very simple. Total prices are 7. Okay, and I have added 1 to it and divided it by 2. Okay, you cannot calculate the mid value for even numbers. Even numbers के लिए mid value exist नहीं करता. Okay, हम सिर्फ बात कर रहे हैं odd numbers की. 7 is an odd number. So what I have done, add 1 to the 7 or any odd number, add 1 to it and divide it by 2. You will get the mid value. So this will give you 4. So I will say fourth price is the mid price. Okay, why it is mid? Because in the right side of fourth we have 3 prices, in the left side of fourth again we have 3 prices. So what I can do is, I can assume this fourth price as rupees x. Now if I assume this fourth price as rupees x, what will be the price before this fourth one, that is the third price? Third price should be 20 rupees more than this price, because fourth price is 20 rupees less than third price. Okay, let me repeat it once again. What I am saying is, if fourth prize is rupees X, then third prize should be 20 rupees more than the fourth prize. So what I can assume third prize as X plus 20. I can assume that the third prize is X plus 20. Then what about fifth prize? Fifth prize will be X minus 20 because the succeeding price should be less, 20 rupees less than the previous price. So that's why it is X minus 20. Now what about second price? Second price should be more, 20 rupees more than third price. Third price is X plus 20. So I can take this as X plus 40. And what about first price? It will be X plus 60. Okay, I can assume first price as X plus 60, then second as X plus 40, third as X plus 20, then X minus 20 is the fifth one, then X minus 40 as the sixth one, and then X minus 60 as the seventh one. Now what is the benefit to write this prices in this manner? The benefit is when you add all these values, that is X plus 60 plus X plus 40 plus X plus 20 plus X minus 20 plus X minus 40 plus X minus 60. When you add all these values to 700, what you can observe is this plus 60 and minus 60 will get cancelled, this plus 40 and minus 40 will get cancelled, and this plus 20 and minus 20 will get cancelled, and ultimately you will be left with 7x is equals to 700, and so you will get x is equals to 100. You can see our calculation is hugely reduced. यहाँ पर हमें बहुत बड़ी calculation करनी पड़ रही थी, यहाँ पर calculation reduce हो गया and we got x is equals to 100. So what will be the prices according to this 100? According to this value, the first prize, second prize, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. Now what is x? X is basically the fourth prize. So the value of fourth prize that we will get from this method is 100. Then the third prize will be 80, second prize, sorry, not 80, it will be 120, then this will be 140 and this will be 160, and this fifth prize is 80, this is 60 and this is 40. Okay, so what you can see is, if I use this method, I get x is equals to 160 where x was the first prize. Okay, so that's why I was getting x is equals to 160. So using this method, this first method, I will get the values as this is 160, this is 140, this is 120, this is 100, this is 80, this is 60 and this is 40. I will get the same value, but here my x is equals to 100. It's because my x is the fourth prize. Okay, so if I assume fourth prize as x, I can evenly distribute the three prizes in the left and three prizes in the right. In that manner my calculation will be reduced and in a simple way I can get the answer. But one drawback of this method is only that if you assume x as fourth one, you might get in a hurry, you might get confused and you might use this x for the first term, for the first price. What you may do is, this x is equals to 100, it means you may take this first price as rupees 100, then 120, then 140, 160 and so on. So please be careful while using this method, because सबसे ज़्यादा गलती कहाँ पे होगी, आपने x को फोर्थ टर्म अज्यूम करा लेकिन फाइनल सॉल्व करने के बाद x इक्वल टू 100 आया, आप इसे फर्स्ट प्राइज मान लेंगे, ऐसी गलती होती है. ओके, सो दिस इज द सॉल्यूशन फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 43. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन. Now after 43 let us solve 44th question. In a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. Okay, it's very good. It was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class. Okay, so what they decided is that each section of each class, because you know there are multiple sections in any class. For example, if I talk about class 12th or class 11th or class 10th, the class 10th will have 5 to 6 sections, class 11th will again have 5 to 6 sections, and so on. Okay. So what they said is, if they said it was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be same as the class. For example, if I talk about 10th class, then each section of 10th class has to plant 10 trees. If I talk about 8th class, then each section of 8th class, all the sections of 8th class has to plant 8 trees. If I talk about 12th class, then 12th class, each section of 12th class has to plant 12 trees. Okay. So what it says, in which they are studying. Okay. So example, a section of class 1st will plant only 1 tree, a section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and so on till class 12th. Okay. There are 3 sections in each class. Okay. So this is most important. Each class has 3 sections. Okay. How the 3 sections are distributed? Question number 44. What I can assume is, let us say this is the first class. The first class, then second class, then third, then fourth, then fifth, then sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th and 12th. So there are 12 classes. Each class has 3 sections. It means, let us say the first class has 3 sections as A, B, C. Second class also has 3 sections as A, B, C. Section A, section B, section C. So third A, third B and third C. Similarly, fourth A, fourth B, fourth C. Fifth A, fifth B, fifth C. Sixth A, sixth B, sixth C, and so on for each class. Like this. Like this, we have 3 sections for each class. We have 12 classes. Now, what we need to calculate is how many trees will be planted by the students. So, what is the total number of trees that the students will plant? What we can see is, for the class 1 students, each section has to plant only 1 tree. So they will plant one tree will be planted by first A, second tree will be planted by first B, and one more tree will be planted by first C. So in all, the first class will plant total 3 trees. What about second class? Section A of second class, that is second A, will plant 2 trees. Second B will again plant 2 trees, and second C will again plant 2 trees. So in all, 2 plus 2 plus 2 will give you 6 trees. What about third section? Third class will, the 3 trees by section A, 3 trees by section B, 3 trees by section C. So total 9 trees. Then fourth section will plant, fourth class will plant 4, then 4, then 4, that is 12 trees, and so on till class 12th. How many trees will class 12th will plant? 12th A will plant 12 trees, 12th B will plant 12 trees, and 12th C will plant 12 trees. So total 12 into 3, that is 36 trees. Okay, so 36 trees will be planted by 12th class. What we can see is, the number of trees planted by class 2 students is 3 more than number of trees planted by class 1 students. Then by class 3 students will again be 3 more than the previous class 2 students. Then for 4th class it will be again 3. So what we can see is, this is an arithmetic progression. The number of trees planted by each class is in arithmetic progression, where the first term of this arithmetic progression is 3 and the common difference is again 3. And what is the last term of this arithmetic progression? Last term is for class 12th, that is 36. So L is equals to 36 will represent the total section, total last last term of this arithmetic progression. I need to calculate the total number of trees. How we can calculate? We can simply use the sum of n terms. Now how many terms this particular arithmetic progression contain? You can see first to 12 sections, first to 12 class. So I have n is equals to 12. So sum of 12 terms will be equals to n by 2 to the bracket a plus l, because we know the last term as well. So n is 12 divided by 2 to the bracket a is 3 plus l. What is l? It is 36. So this is 6 and you will get 6 into 39. So 3 6 are 18, that is 180, and 6 9s are 54. So 180 plus 54, 180 plus 20 is 200, then more 34. So 234. So this much total number of trees will be planted by this school. Okay. So this is the solution for question number 44. It's again an easy question, just the typicality is in the language of question. Okay, so you can note this, then we will continue.